teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
To throw on second down is Newton. Forced out to his left. And right away, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. A handoff as they run the counter play. And it'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Shipped together here from the D-line. Now they'll run it on the toss. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
On 3rd down. That's Ballard, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And Newton's going to keep it. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Cam Newton is one of the most athletic, most unique quarterbacks we've ever seen. And his athleticism doesn't just show up when he's flipping over guys. It shows up even on plays as simple as quarterback sneaks.
So the D-line's going to spread out. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. They fake the give. Newton. Being chased out left. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
This is caught. It's Cooks. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
First carry now. This is Hill. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Time running out here on the play clock. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Newton. His throw caught at about the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He dropped an 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
20.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Well, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance.
3rd down and 5. And the back goes into motion. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll run it here. This is James White. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Got some room at the 30. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Watson on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Flush to his right. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Watson, buying time to his left. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
2nd down, goal to go from the 6. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. And it's going to make our score 15-3. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Newton to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to the air. Newton on 2nd down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete on the deep ball. Okay, let's not waste any more time, or certainly any more of Larry's time. Let's play ball. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
December.
December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Now he'll escape to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's third down. Play action. It's Newton. Being chased out left. Now he'll into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
To throw is Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. On 1st and 10, Watson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Let's go! Let's round!
Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the...
And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his second touchdown of the night, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation, but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on second half no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They run the counter now on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. He gets it to Cooks. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Steps away to his left. Now he's going to go up top over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Pats on third. 52 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On second down, here's Newton. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. New England on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Here's White. And he is knocked down from the side. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. Flushed out right. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderado. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So the Patriots coming out now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Dancing to his left. Going to air it out deeper. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On second down, here's Watson. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. Watson off play action. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he puts it through. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Texans scoop it.
to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, are you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here we go.
Now Watson on third down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 15. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll hand it off now. Hill. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
To throw on third down. Newton. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he's on to punt for New England. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now out comes Houston. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Texans on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. 38. Ohio. Let's go. 38. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
faking the give. Now Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
20.
To throw on second down is Newton. Now a desperation throw deep down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Watson now going to run the option right. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.